Colorado Springs, it's time to get loud. Say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
It is time for the first competition of the night, JCB Racing. Our Monster Jam drivers have been seated into a bracket based on a random draw. Coming up first, you will see 4 round 1 matchups where the fastest 4 drivers will move on to the semifinal round. Colorado Springs, who's ready for JCB Racing?
In the black lane, Mark Hall, Raminator. Facing off against Joe Dennis, Dragon. All right, Colorado Springs, let's kick this off. Our third event of the weekend. We got one more to go, but I want y'all to be as loud as y'all can be tonight. Here we go. And your winner is Mark Hall, Raminator. In the red lane, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Facing off against Zach Garner, Wild Side. And your winner is Zach Garner, Wild Side. In the red lane, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She'll be facing off against Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Our third competition in round one of JCB Racing. Kristen looking to move on. They get set at the line. Here we go. And your winner is Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. In the red lane, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Facing off against Chad Tingler, Overboard. Your final matchup of round one in JCB Racing. Who will be moving on to take on Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, in the second half of the bracket? They move to the line. The lights go yellow. Then they go green. And your winner is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Taking a look at the GCB Racing Competition leaderboard. Your semifinal matchup is set. Raminator will be taking on Wildside, and then Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, will be facing off against Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
It is time for the semifinal round of JCB Racing. The winners of these two matchups will face off and move on to the final round of JCB Racing. Colorado Springs, make some noise if you're ready for more JCB Racing!
Mark Hall, Raminator. Facing up against Zach Garner, Wildside. Your first matchup of the semifinals. You have the most veteran driver in Mark Hall taking on the youngest driver in the series, Zach Garner, at 23 years old. Who's moving on? Let's do it! Your winner is Zach Garner, Wildside. Wildside will be moving on to the final round. But who will be competing against them? We have our next matchup of the semifinals. They sit at 1 and 2 in the overall point standing, so it's only right that they meet to see who's moving on to the finals. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Facing off against Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Back and forth throughout these competitions, throughout the entire series, and it's all coming down to this weekend. But first, they have to see who's going to take racing in round 3 here in Colorado Springs. They're set, and here we go. They have another close finish, waiting to get official review. Taking a look at our slow motion replay cam. Who crossed that finish line first? And your winner is Gravedigger. El Toro Loco has made it to every single finals so far this weekend, but not in round 3 in Colorado Springs. Kristen Anderson's moving on to our final round of JCB Racing Colorado Springs. Let me hear ya.
It is time for the final round of JCB Racing. The winner of this matchup will not only earn the first 8 points of the night, but will be on top of the leaderboard in pursuit of the BKT Overall Event Championship. Colorado Springs, who's ready for the JCB Racing Finals?
The youngest competitor in the field at 23 years old, a second-generation Monster Jam driver who's made it to every single finals in JCB Racing this weekend, Zach Garner, Wild Side. The first and only ever female Gravedigger and first female series champion in 2022, looking to repeat in 2024, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Who takes the first 8 points? Have ourselves a heck of a matchup. Kristen Anderson taking on Zach Garner. Gravedigger taking on Wild Side. Let's go green. And your winner, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Gets her 4th JCB Racing victory of the series, and it comes at a very important time. She needs to make up points. Currently second in the overall point standings. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco currently leads, but not by much. That is a major win for Kristen Anderson, and this is where clutch performers come through, and she shows that she is just that, getting the first 8 points of the night. What do you say we talk to her, Colorado Springs? Make some noise for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Kristen, that's how you make a statement in round 48. I know how much you wanted those 8 points, but talk us through that semifinal match against Armando Castro. What kind of motivation was driving you to not only make it to the final round, but to also take out Zach Garner Wild Side?
Well, you know, I think Armando said it best, is he's sitting in first place right now, and, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. He's got the biggest target on his back right now, And I'm still in this fight, guys. I could still take this championship, so it's pushing me to drive my best, drive my hardest. And that one was for all the ladies that are sitting in the stands tonight. I wanted to represent the girls. Every time I put the helmet on, I take it very seriously. I know I'm out here representing Gravedigger, but I'm also representing all the ladies, and I want to make sure that I'm doing them justice.
Well, you are still in this fight to the championship. There's just 20 points between you and Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. And next up is the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. So I know you're going to put down the best skills you can to get another 8 points. But what can we expect from you and the Black and Green Wrecking Machine?
Well, Kim, I'm going to stick to my roots. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to do some of my favorite tricks. I've got this Gravedigger tombstone that I love showing off for y'all. It's going to be a lot of fun. The two-wheel skills competition is nothing but skills, so you guys just wait. And make sure that you guys have your phones out, because this is when you're up. You guys are going to be scoring and judging all of this, so you guys are going to be determining the winner of the two-wheel skills competition.
Give it up one more time for the winner of JCB Racing, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger!
Getting interesting. On the BKT overall event leaderboard, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is sitting at the top. Currently has 8 points, and Zach Garner is in second with 7 points. Now, the reason that victory was so big is because look at where Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, is right now. He's tied at third with Mark Hall Raminator with 4 points. So she leads now with 4 points ahead, and that was a major win for her. And the rest of the field, Dragon, Megalodon, Overboard, and Rammunition are all tied at fifth with 2 points each. Coming up next, we have ourselves the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Competition. Competitors have their best attempts at two-wheel moves, and it's stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, moonwalks, that are a combination of these moves. Scoring is up to you at judgeszone.com. All right, Colorado Springs, I'm loving the energy that I'm hearing so far, but I want to make sure that you guys are paying attention. I want to play a game with you real quick. It is called Monster Jam Trivia. So we have Zach Garner helping us out with this thing. So tell me which one you think is the correct answer to Zach Trivia. All right, yell out which one you think it is. If you think it's A, steel, make some noise. If you think that it's B, plastic, let me hear you. If you think it's C, bubblegum, make some noise. Figured that was going to happen. If you think it's D, fiberglass, make some noise. It sounds like it's down between bubblegum and fiberglass, but let's go ahead and listen up which one it is. That's right. It is D, fiberglass. I love one guy was so mad it wasn't bubblegum. He's like, oh, what? No, it is D, fiberglass. We still have more games coming your way, so make sure that you're paying attention. And there you have it. That is Monster Jam Trivia. Up next, we have ourselves Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills. And just like that, we are back. Let's go ahead and bring it back. Let's get into our next competition. Colorado Springs, are you guys ready? The scoring is up to you, so I love the energy that y'all have, and I know you guys are ready, but I need you to listen up real quick because you are our official judges, right, Kim?
That's right, Ray. Fans, this is your first opportunity to put your scores in at judgeszone.com. So make sure those phones are out already and you're logged in at judgeszone.com. Now, as you heard before, our drivers will only have 2 attempts to put down their best skills. And then I will tell you that judgeszone.com is officially open. That's when you will have 20 seconds to put in your scores for our competitors. It's the next 8 points on the line. And you, the fans, will decide who it goes to. Colorado Springs, who's ready for the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge?
From Orlando, Florida, it's Joe Dennis, Dragon. Goes for one attempt. Was looking for a popper. He still has one attempt remaining. Let's see what he has planned for us.
Wave those dragon wings for Joe Dennis, Dragon! JudgesZone.com is officially open for the first time tonight. So Monster Jam fans, it is officially up to you. There is Joe Dennis out of his Monster Jam truck. He needs you all now to move that BKT tire up or down to the score you feel he's earned.
Joe Dennis goes for two attempts out there on that track, was unable to get those poppers going out there. So let's see the score for Joe Dennis, a 3.231 as he gets us started in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills competition. From Sarasota, Florida, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Still has two attempts remaining, saying that is not an attempt out there on the track. She's trying to get this reverse popper, getting those tires lined up. So she goes back around the track to get reset. Let's see if she can get this.
Put those fins together for Angelina Knock, Megalodon, as she has one more attempt remaining. Scoring is open now at judgeszone.com. So fans, it is now up to you to move that BKT tire up or down to the score that you feel Angelina Knock has earned.
Looks like they're having some issues out there early on. Joe Dennis and Angelina back-to-back, just having a bit of struggle. See her get into that reverse popper, but thought she had that first attempt there. They said it wasn't, but still, nonetheless, just has one attempt out there on the track. Log in those scores at judgeszone.com. We'll see if that's something that continues out here. And the score is 4.963, so she does take the lead as you're just 2 trucks down in the Great Clips two-wheel skills competition. From Chicago, Illinois, Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. One attempt remaining for Kurt Kramer, Rammunition.
Put your hands together for Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com, and time to have your voices heard. Monster Jam fans, remember, you decide who the next 8 points go to. And there he is out of his truck, Kurt Kramer. He wants you to put in a knockout score at judgeszone.com.
You know, Ken, we've been on the East Coast for most of this series, so they've been dealing with red clay, which is extra tacky. I wonder if the Colorado desert sand is kind of coming into effect out here.
Not only that, it is also the altitude as well that the Monster Jam trucks are trying to adjust to. But what a great 2 attempts there put down by Kurt Kramer, where you can see him putting in the work, and it's showing out there on the track.
Yeah, I imagine they're struggling. I mean, I'm just struggling with the altitude, and I'm just talking, so I can't imagine them driving. So let's see the score for Kurt Kramer on that board. Is it enough to take the top spot? It is 6.707 for Rammunition. From Seward Strap, Virginia, Chad Tingler, Overboard. Making a dance out there on the track. Chad Tingler Overboard finally gets some bites. Pulls off the reverse popper into the wheelie across. And he has 1 attempt remaining. Dance on him, Chad. What you got?
Let's hear it for Chad Tingler, Overboard. It's time to head on over now to judgeszone.com as it is officially open for Overboard in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. You can also take a look at that replay on the video board, but out of his Monster Jam truck, it's Chad Tingler. He needs you now to get those scores locked in.
You know Chad's happy whenever he makes that appearance there. That was a great move. Finally getting the bite on those back two of BKT tires. And let's see the score for Overboard is. You got a new leader, Chad Tingler, Overboard. Taking a look at that leaderboard, you see Chad Tingler is now on top of the 7.848, leading all competitors currently in the competition. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition, is in second, and Megalodon in third, with Dragon Joe Dennis at the bottom at 4. So Chad Tingler is going to be hanging on with the 7.848, but we still have 4 drivers remaining. You saw her take the JCB Racing Competition victory. Can she go back to back? Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. There it is, get him back. Moving those front two BKT tires back and forth. And bringing it down. That is the first attempt. She still has one more remaining. Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Keep that enthusiasm going as you go to judgeszone.com. There is Kristen Anderson out of her Monster Jam truck. She needs all of you fans to have those phones out and getting her score locked in now.
You gotta love what she just did there. You know, she said that she wanted to pull off a tombstone, and she does it. She called her shot just like the great Babe Ruth. That's how it's done right there by one of the greats in the sport, Kristen Anderson. Says she wanted to pull off the tombstone, which she's honestly, and I think that she would have tested this too, she's been struggling getting that with consistency over the past couple weeks, but in the moment she needs it most, after getting the JCB Racing Competition victory, she's able to pull off her signature move. Is it enough to get the top spot? The score to beat is a 7.848, and the score for Gravedigger is... You got a new leader, 9.276, Gravedigger. From Fortville, Indiana, Zach Garner, Wild Side. just holding it on that popper. See some fans bowing down to him. Pulling off that first attempt. He has one more remaining. It just takes a wave to the fans. Keep it going, Zach. You got one more, buddy.
Let's hear it for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. It's time to head on over now to judgeszone.com. Remember that code for tonight's event is COL. You can also scan to score that QR code up on the video board as you take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. But fans, remember, you need to get that score locked in.
Great moves there from Zach Gardner, Wild Side. And he says hello to the fans right now. That popper, he just held it for so long. And then on the second attempt was able to pull off what was going to be a stoppie. But still, a great run from him on that first attempt isn't enough to take the top spot. The score to beat is a 9.276. And the score for Wild Side is not enough. 8.695. That's good enough for second place. Christian Anderson, Gravedigger, remains your leader in this competition. But he has the most Great Clips two-wheel skills competition victories on the series. Does he have another one in him? Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Still holding it, adding the theatrics. I like what I'm seeing, and he brings it down. That's just one attempt. Colorado, you guys want to see one more? This time it goes across the pod. Holding it. Bringing it down.
Time to get your scores in now for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, and remember, fans, it is up to you. Armando needs you not to delay and to get the scores in now because you, the fans, decide what the score is.
Man, it's three great runs in a row. Christian Anderson, Gravediggers, Wild Side. Then you have El Toro Loco. He's also the first driver to really get that second attempt done, Kim. You know, everybody had great first runs, but was unable to complete a second one. Armando gets it down. So is that enough to give him the edge over Christian Anderson? That score to beat is 9.276. You see Armando looking at the screen. Armando, how you feeling about it? What do you think, man? He says he's feeling good. Well, let's find out if it is good. The score for El Toro Loco is... Put him at the top! You got a new leader, El Toro Loco. And now for your final competitor in the competition, Mark Hall, Raminator. Mark Hall, the final competitor in the competition, fires up, needs a strong run. See what he has in him. See one attempt from Raminator. He still has one more remaining.
Put your hands together for Mark Hall, Raminator. Time to go to judgeszone.com because this is your final opportunity in this competition to have your voices heard. And remember, fans, you decide what the score is and you decide who will get the next 8 points. So don't delay. Get your scores in now.
Mark Hall, Raminator, your final competitor in this competition, and he makes an appearance. Say hello to Mark Hall, hanging outside with all you fans here in Colorado Springs. Last competitor in the field, that score on the board of 5.024, which means that your winner in the Great Clips 2 Wheel Skills Challenge is... Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Leads the series in this competition. He took it earlier today and takes it again. Colorado Springs, how much fun is this, man? These drivers are all putting it on the line. The series is at hand, and he answers right back and says, Kristen, I'm here too. I want that series championship, and I'm going to go through you. So let's catch up with it real quick. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Armando, that makes your 33rd win here in this competition and just absolutely dominant. I know you saw Kristen Anderson not only take you out of JCB Racing, but took the first 8 points. So for you, how badly did you need the next 8 points?
Yeah, you know, anything can happen. You know, it's coming down to the wire, man. I really didn't want to lose in racing, but hey, you know, it is what it is. That's what happens. It's racing, man. And I knew how to come out here for the two-wheel skills competition and how to dominate. And that's exactly what we did. There's a reason why we got the most wins in that competition, and I let the driver do the talking right there, man. But I'm just having a good time. My Colorado fans out here, man, we're having a good time. It is Saturday night, baby. Things are about to get buck wild. I want to keep seeing the bullhorns in the air, baby, because that's what drives me and motivates me to go crazy out here. But hey, arriba los Latinos, baby. We're my Latinos out here. We make some noise.
Now, Armando, with this tough battle between you and Kristen Anderson, you remain in the lead for the series championship by 21 points, but currently in third for the overall event championship. With Monster Jam Sky Wheelies coming up next for you, what do you need to do to try and break this tie between the two of you in the first half and pick up the next win?
Yeah, just stay focused. Stay calm, cool, collected behind the wheel. It is so easy to get wrapped in your head, man. And yes, there's a lot of pressure behind it, because like I said, it's coming down to the wire. But this is where you guys come in, man. You guys have the power to judge us on judgezone.com. Get on there. We can't stress enough. Every vote matters, man. I'm going to do my job and come out here, and I'm going to try to kiss the ceiling in this roof right here for you guys. I'm here having a good time with you guys, man. You having a good time? Make some noise one time. Let's go!
Taking a look at the Arena Series East Championship point standings, Armando Castro leads by 21 points still. He has 1198, but Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is making up some ground. She is currently second in the overall point standings with 1177, and then Zach Garner Wildside is currently 151 points behind at 1047. So it is between these two at the top, El Toro Loco and Gravedigger. That will do it for the first half of Monster Jam. It is now officially halftime. So please feel free to go to the concession stands, grab yourself a snack, or even grab yourself a Spin Master or one of our merch stands. But don't worry, we'll be right back with more Monster Jam, and we have USFMX coming up next. We'll see you soon. Please welcome to the track, United States Freestyle Motocross.
Now before we get to the best trick competition, our FMX riders are going to get some big air before the big score. So they're going to be doing a couple of practice laps for you Monster Jam fans, not only here in Colorado Springs, but for you fans at home watching on YouTube. And remember fans, the key to all of this is that the louder you cheer, the higher they fly. So if you're ready to meet your FMX riders, make some noise! Our first rider coming out to the track, Taylor Eddins. Our second rider in the best trick competition, Wyatt Fontanon. Our third rider, Billy Wilson. And our fourth rider, Dean Pate. As they fly through the sky, Monster Jam fans, once again, the key to this is that the higher you cheer, the higher they fly, so keep it going! As our riders make their way to the pod, it is now time for the best trick competition, where our FMX riders will only have one attempt to fly through the sky from one end of the track to the other. Once they land that track, then judgezone.com will officially open for you Monster Jam fans. So it'll be up to you to move that BKT tire to the score you feel our riders have earned. It's bragging rights on the line, and you fans will decide who will take home the win. So Colorado Springs, who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
Your first competitor is Taylor Eddins. I'm excited to watch this one. We have a new group of FMX riders joining us this week on Arena Championship Series East. So this has also been our first time to see them compete out there on the track. Coming from all over the world. This man's coming from California, not too far away. So let's see what he has planned for us. Taylor Eddins.
JudgesZone.com is officially open for the best trick competition and for Taylor Eddins. So Monster Jam fans, once again, the power of scoring is in your hands. So make sure you act fast and get your score locked in for Taylor Eddins.
A one-handed heart attack there on that move. Taylor Eddins coming out there strong. And the score for Taylor is 7.524, getting us started in the FMX Best Trick Competition. Up next, give it up for Wyatt Fontenot. The man coming from the Bayou of Louisiana. He actually competed in X Games just this past year. And has one of the best whips that you will see in the business. So let's see if he goes to that. That's been his signature move, is the whip. See if he's able to pull it off. It's pretty ridiculous when he comes out. He's facing the opposite direction. So let's see if he does it. Look at this.
It's time to go to JudgesZone.com and get your fan score in. Remember, fans, that code is COL, and we need you all now to get those scores in for Wyatt Fontenot, because once again, it'll be up to you to decide who takes home the win.
That's just ridiculous. Whip it, baby. Hey, whip it right. That was awesome, man. Just spinning that completely backwards out there. Oh man, that is. Someone call the doctor. That man is sick. Wyatt Fontenot, you're ridiculous, man. But is it enough to get the top spot? The score for Wyatt is. You got a new leader, 8.236. But coming up next, Billy Wilson. Billy Wilson from Phoenix, Arizona. Had the pleasure of working with this man all last series on Arena Championship Series West. And it's the first time we get to see this man in a while. And he's definitely improved his skills throughout. He was already a strong rider, but now he's added more moves to his repertoire. So I'm excited to see what he's going to be pulling out for us. Billy Wilson, your third competitor.
JudgesZone.com is now open for Billy Wilson. Feeling good about that run, but fans, remember, it is up to you to decide what the score will be, so don't delay. Make sure you get your scores locked in now.
Billy Wilson pulling off a backflip. Strong move there, getting us going here in this competition as your third competitor, trying to take out Wyatt. Just flipping backwards there. Will it be enough to take the top spot? The score for Billy Wilson is, taking over the top spot, 8.365. I thought the sprinkler moves would put him over the top there. Some good dance moves from that man. But coming up next, your final competitor, it's Dean Pate. Also got to work with this man last year in Arena Championship Series West. Coming from Paso Robles, California, he travels all around the world competing in FMX. It is your final competitor, so let's see what Dean Pate pulls off for us.
Scoring is now open for Dean Pate, and fans, this is your final opportunity to have your voices heard in the Best Trick competition. It is all going to come down to this, and you get to make that final decision. So get your scores in now.
Dean Pate pulling off a cliffhanger. You ever seen the movie Cliffhanger, Kim?
No, I can't say I have, Ray.
It's a great movie.
Is it?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone.
Gotta
one of my
check
favorite.
it out.
You
Gotta check it
gotta
out.
see it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. All right, let's see if it's enough to take the top spot. The score for Dean Pate is your winner in the FMX Best Trick Competition, Dean Pate. But you know what, Kim? I'm having a pretty good time. You know, all this talk about old action flicks. I think we should bring some more action out there on the track. What do you think?
I think we could do some more action. I think these guys are ready to do some more. Colorado Springs, you want to see some more FMX action? It is now time for our FMX Grand Finale, where our riders will begin a train formation. And once again, the key to this is that the louder you cheer, the higher they fly. So if you're ready for the FMX Grand Finale, make some noise! Flying high through the sky, our FMX riders are truly spectacular, but we have to keep this energy going. We have to keep the momentum going. So Colorado Springs, I need you to get loud once again and make some noise! You know, they've been dazzling us all weekend long, but I think they have one more in them. They're telling me they got one more. Do you want to see them go around one more time? This needs to be the loudest you have been all night long. Colorado Springs, we need you to bring the energy one more time and make some noise. Put your hands together one more time for the superstars of US FMX. And joining me now on the pod, he has been the consistent winner. Ladies and gentlemen, winning this for the third time this weekend. Give it up for Dean Pate. Dean, first you got to talk us through that trick that helped you get the win.
That trick right there is called a cliffhanger. It's where you take your feet, you lock them on your handlebars, and you just let go of everything. And the only thing you're hanging on is with your feet. I pulled that off successfully, all for you guys. Thank you for hyping me up and making me go big. Thank you, Colorado.
Well, Colorado Springs has been on your side all weekend long. How much does it mean to you to be able to not only win this tonight, but so far be back to back, three-time winner in this competition?
Man, right now I'm feeling ecstatic, holding all the wins this weekend. I couldn't have done it without all you fans showing up. Thank you for spending all your hard-earned money and coming out and supporting. Thank you, Colorado.
Lastly, Dean, what is your advice to anyone out there that would love to be an FMX rider one day?
Man, really, if you want to do this, anything, really, just a lot of hard work, practice, and dedication. That's all you do to do it. You know, every day I ride, every day, and I come out here and put on shows, and it wouldn't happen if you guys didn't come out here and support. So thank you, Colorado, for coming out.
Keep those cheers going one more time for the winner of the Best Trick Competition, Dean Pate. Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the second half of Monster Jam. And the next competition is Monster Jam Sky Wheelies. In this competition, our Monster Jam drivers will only have one attempt to put down their best Sky Wheelie for all of you fans to then go and score at judgeszone.com. Now, as our official judges, what you're looking for are two things. First, the height. We want to see how high these Monster Jam trucks can go. Secondly, is the vertical position. We want to see a perfect vertical position of these 12,000-pound machines. So if you're ready to go, then let me know who's ready for Monster Jam Sky Wheelies.
Your first competitor in the second half of Monster Jam, Joe Dennis, driving Dragon.
Give it up for Joe Dennis, Dragon. Scoring is officially open for the Sky Wheelie competition. Fans, it is now going to be up to you once again at judgeszone.com. There is Joe Dennis out of his Monster Jam truck. He needs you all now to move that BKT tire to the score you feel he's earned.
Joe Dennis going to start in the second half of Monster Jam. I know they were working on that Monster Jam truck during halftime, so props to his team back there getting him ready and in this competition for the second half of Monster Jam. But he starts off with the 5.229, getting us started in the Sky Wheelie competition. She took the competition victory earlier today. Can she do it again? Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
Put those hands together for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. It's time now to head on over to judgeszone.com. Again, that code is COL. You can also scan to score that QR code up on the video board. Remember, fans, it is up to you. And there is Kristen Anderson, who needs you all now to get those scores in at judgeszone.com.
Kristen with a great jump there. Is it enough to jump over the score of Joe Dennis Dragon? You see her watching on, so let's go ahead and give her that score. The score for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, is enough to take the top spot. Thumbs up from Kristen Anderson, a 7.869. Your second competitor in the Sky Wheelie competition. Competing since the year 2000, Chad Tingler, Overboard. Heard Chad Tingler fire up that engine. He gets it refired. Your third competitor in the field. Let's keep it going.
Chad Tingler, overboard. Scoring is open now at judgeszone.com. And remember, fans, you can take a look at that super exclusive action replay throughout this competition. Remember, the power is in your hands, so get your scores locked in.
Switching up from his jump earlier today, he got a little bit more vertical and leaned back in our competition this afternoon. This time he says, I'm going to go for distance, so switching it up and see if it gets him a higher score this time around. The score to beat, 7.869, Gravedigger. And the score for overboard is not enough, 6.295. Currently second place in this competition. Gravedigger hangs on. The 2023 Monster Jam University graduate, Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Let's hear it for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. It's time now to head on over to judgeszone.com as she makes an appearance from her Monster Jam truck, showing off her Megalodon arms to you fans, but she also needs you to get her score locked in now at judgeszone.com.
She's really been shining in this competition, and it's really coming through here. Had a great run. Enough to take over the top spot is the question. The score to beat is a 7.869. She stole the lead away from Kristen Anderson yesterday as the last competitor. Does she do it again? The score for Megalodon is... Put her at the top. 8.023, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Taking a look at that Sky Wheelie competition leaderboard, Angelina Knock, Megalodon with an 8.023, jumps over the score of Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. She's now currently in second, Overboard bumps down to third, and Dragon is sitting at 4 with 4 competitors remaining. From Hall Brothers Racing, Kurt Kramer, Ammunition.
Let's hear it for Kurt Kramer, Ammunition. Colorado Springs, you've been doing an awesome job with the scores, and remember, it is still up to you. So get the scores locked in for Kurt Kramer as he makes an appearance out of that Monster Jam truck. He wants a knockout score from you fans. So go on over to judgeszone.com.
Box in the competition, trying to knock out Angelina Knock from that high score. Had a good jump, plenty of distance on it, but does it take the top spot? The score for Ammunition is 6.413. That's currently third in the competition. Angelina Knock, Megalodon still remains your leader. It's time to get a little wild. Zach Garner, wild side.
Put those hands together for Zach Gardner, wild side. Get those scores in now at judgeszone.com, and you can take a look at that sky wheelie on that super glued to the action replay. But remember, fans, you decide what the score will be, so get those scores locked in now.
Big air from Zach there. Just a great jump. He's had himself a great event and a great weekend so far, and he even says, you know what, I'm going to come up and say, what's up? Hello, Zach. How about we find out your score, buddy? That score to beat is 8.023. And the score for Wild Side is... You got a new leader, 8.877, Zach Garner, Wild Side. Currently second overall on the point standings, trying to make his way to the top. It's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Put those bullhorns in the air for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. It's time to get those scores in now at judgeszone.com. There is Armando Castro out of his monster jam truck. He wants you to make some noise, but he also wants to see you put in that score at judgeszone.com.
That is a jump as well. They are making it interesting out there. This back and forth battle, so much fun to watch right now. Wild Side comes out and delivers. Armando Castro answers right back. Is it enough to take the top spot? That score was 8.877. Armando needs this. The score for El Toro Loco is not enough. 8.875 by 2 thousandths of a point. So close. My goodness, he is not happy about that. You see the disgust on his face as he got back into El Toro Loco. Zach Garner, Wildside, hangs on, but we still have one driver remaining. Mark Hall, Raminator. One final competitor remaining. Mark Hall fires up Raminator, getting ready to go. See if he can reach some new heights out there on the track. He's got to let it fly.
Make some noise for Mark Hall, Raminator. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com, and this is your final opportunity to have those scores in for the Sky Wheelie competition. So fans, we need you to act fast and make sure you get your scores locked in now for Mark Hall, Raminator.
Wildside, El Toro Loco, and Raminator all used the logs there, and they definitely had the most height out of all the competitors, I personally feel. Mark Hall had some distance on that. Probably wasn't as vertical as those other two competitors leaning back, but is it enough? Score to beat is Wildside with an 8.877, and the score for Raminator is 7.756, which means that your winner in the Sky Wheelie competition is Zach Gardner, Wildside. Finally gets on top of the leaderboard. Fell in the JCB Racing Finals to Gravedigger. Lost the lead to El Toro Loco in the Great Clips two-wheel skills, but answers the call in the Sky Wheelie competition and now is on top. Making his way to the pod. The second generation driver. Give it up one more time for Zach Gardner, Wildside.
Zach, what an epic Sky Wheelie. And with that puts you in first place for the overall event championship. So first, talk us through that Sky Wheelie. Not only do you really get the height, but it's that vertical position that you can just nail. Talk a little bit how you've been able to perfect that.
You know, honestly, it's not as vertical as we all wanted to get. It's so slick out here. It was a little bit too much water, we felt like, but you know what? We came out here, we made the most of it. We got it pretty vertical. But you know what? Colorado Springs, we have been having a great time here. Are you guys having a good time or what?
We have just one more competition to go, Monster Jam Freestyle. And with you being on top for the overall event championship, you're just 1 point ahead of Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. There's a lot of damage you could do here with those two, not only Kristen Anderson, but Armando Castro fighting for that championship. But what are you going to do to try and upset them both and walk away with the overall event championship?
Now we're going to come out here, make our hits, make sure we get you guys on your feet, you guys get loud. We're going to come out here and have some fun because you know what? Monster Jam Freestyle is the pinnacle of the sport. So let's get loud for Freestyle!
Taking a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard, Zach Gardner, Wildside, pulls ahead, but only by 1 point does he hold that lead. He has 21 points. Gravedigger is currently in second, 1 point behind with 20. And then El Toro Loco is currently in third at 19, so 2 points behind. Those are your top three going into Monster Jam Freestyle, and they all have a chance to win this event. Everyone else mathematically cannot take it, so those are your top three moving forward through the competition. Coming up next is Monster Jam Freestyle. They have 15 seconds to qualify for a score, a use of all obstacles, creativity, the wow factor, technical moves and combinations, what I was trying to say. Make sure at judgeszone.com and lock in those scores. It is up to you. It's time to play Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. So here's what's about to happen, Colorado Springs. We're going to put 3 helmets on the board, put a trophy in the center of one of them, and shuffle them around. You tell me which helmet has the trophy. Sound good? Let's go ahead and take a look at his Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. Moving it down to the center, and let's shuffle them around. Okay, not too bad. Moving around just a bit. Okay, is it 1, 2, or 3? Let me hear you guys. 1, 2, or 3? Hearing a lot of 3s. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look. Which one is it? Okay, it's not number 1. It's not number 2, which means that it is number 3. Great job, y'all. You got it right. Yes, it is under helmet 3. And there it is, helmet shuffle. Still more Monster Jam coming up your way. It's the pinnacle of the sport, Monster Jam Freestyle.
Now it's time to have you fans help us get freestyle started. So I need everyone here in the arena to take out your cell phones and light them up. Let me see everyone here in the arena light up your cell phones. Let me see them wave them high in the sky. Let me see those lights up in the air. All right, guys, now follow my lead and stay to the beat. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. It is time for the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! For Chad Tingler, overboard! JudgesZone.com is officially open for the freestyle competition. And as he makes his way out of his Monster Jam truck, give it up for Chad Tingler! Setting the tone here in freestyle, but needs you all now to get that score locked in.
Just so impressed that the maneuvers are able to pull off here. This is a tight floor, a tight arena. Chad is just able to come through and put together a great run. The score for Chad Tingler overboard is 5.935. Getting us started in Monster Jam Freestyle. Help me out, Colorado Springs. Put those fins together one more time. I need to see the shark attack. For Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
line. It's time to now head on over to judgeszone.com. It is officially open for Angelina Knock and Megalodon in the freestyle competition. There she is out of her Monster Jam truck, waving to all of you Monster Jam fans, doing the Megalodon arms, but also need you now to move that BKT tire to the score you feel she's earned.
Love the improvement I'm seeing from Angelina Knock. Megalodon, just a great maneuver from her out there. Even getting some nice air coming off the logs on the pod, getting some bounce, getting some height. That's what you want to see from a first-year Monster Jam competitor. And the score for Angelina Knock, Megalodon, is... takes over the top spot with a 6.358. You got a new leader, Megalodon. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition.
Make some noise for Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com because it is now open for Rammunition here in the freestyle competition. Fans, you've been doing a great job all day, and remember, you will decide who the final 8 points will go to in this competition, so don't delay, get that score in now.
Even gets a popper in there, and that's the move that he's been working on throughout the series. So just doing a great job on the track and on these moves, seeing him get comfortable out there. Kurt Kramer, Rammunition. But what will the score be? The score to be at a 6.358, and the score for Rammunition is coming up just short, 6.093. Angelina Knock, Megalodon holds on to that lead currently in this competition. In the black and green wrecking machine, Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. 57 seconds paused on the clock. Seeing if she's able to refire, getting word from tech officials if she's able to refire.
Unfortunately for Gravedigger's Kristen Anderson, she is saying that she is done in the competition. She has no rear steer, but she did complete the first 15 seconds, so she does qualify for a score. So fans, we need you to get to judgeszone.com now. Get in your score. And please, fans, one more time, a round of applause for Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger.
I can't even imagine the feelings that Kristen is feeling right now, man. What a tough run for her, Kim. But what do you think about that?
You know, I could see the frustration in that Monster Jam truck. It's such a tough break for her there because she was really coming out with a vengeance in this competition. She knows what's at stake. It's that series championship, but this is really going to hurt her in that chase for the championship.
Still able to take the lead with that 7.589. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, takes the lead. Scoring is up to y'all, so she does take the lead with the Gravedigger score atop 7.589. Angelina Knock, Megalodon currently in second. Rammunition at third and Overboard at fourth with 4 drivers remaining in this competition. Mark Hall, Raminator.
Get your scores in now for Mark Hall, Raminator. You need to act fast, fans, so make sure you move that BKT tire to the score you feel Raminator has earned.
Mark Hall, Raminator, using the entirety of the course, just slinging it around out there, doing a great job, and he makes one more appearance, so put your hands together for Mark Hall, Raminator. The score for Raminator is 7.040, currently second place in this competition. Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger, remains your leader. Currently on top of the leaderboard, trying to hang on, it's Zach Garner, Wildside. hangs on to the top overall in point standings right now. Fires up. He gets ready to go. He's had strong freestyle runs throughout the entire event. He's got another.
Get your scores in now for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. Making a statement here in the freestyle competition. There he is out of his Monster Jam truck. You need to keep that enthusiasm going, fans, as you get that score in at judgeszone.com.
I think Zach still thought that he was in the Sky Wheelie competition. That man was flying. And then the way he ends it, look at him just parked right in front of El Toro Loco. Stares right, I don't know if you saw when he parked, he looked right at him, pointed at him and said, "You are," trying to top that, man. That was awesome. The score to beat, you know what, let's just put the score on the board. The score for Wild Side is, put him at the top, 9.146. Zach Gardner, Wild Side. Joe Dennis, Dragon.
Let's see those dragon wings for Joe Dennis. Dragon. It's time to head on over to judgeszone.com. It is now open for Dragon in the freestyle competition. And fans, there's not that many opportunities left to have your voices heard It's all going to come down to this competition, and it's up to you, the fans. So don't delay. Get your scores in now.
Joe Dennis Dragon bringing out the Dragon Wings one more time. This young man joining us late in Arena Championship Series East, filling in for Cody Saucier. Does a great job. First year driver for us here at Monster Jam with a 6.277. He sits at 5th place in this competition. We have one driver remaining, and he needs a big score. His last opportunity to take the lead. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando fires up.
Let's hear those cheers and answering back. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Fans, this is your final opportunity to have your voices heard at judgeszone.com. There he is out of his Monster Jam truck, Monster Jam fans. Again, this is all going to come down to this competition, to this moment right now. It's the final 8 points on the line, the overall event championship, and one step closer to that series championship. And it's up to you, fans. Get that score in now.
This is it. This is his last chance to take the lead. He needs it. He knows he needs it. Stops right in front of Wildside and looks right at him just like Zach did to him. So let's see if he can take the lead. The score to beat is a 9.146. And the score for El Toro Loco is not enough. Zach Gardner hops out of his truck and looks right at him. Your winner in the freestyle competition. Play the music. Zach Gardner, Wildside. Who doesn't love an upset? Is it enough to exchange time? Give it up for these two competitors right there, y'all. Let them hear it. Oh, man, that was fun, but wasn't enough for Zach to take this BKT Overall Event Championship. Your champion with 7 in JCB Racing, 8 in the Sky Wheelie Competition, 6 in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, 8 in the Freestyle Competition with an overall event total of 29 is... Put him at the top. Zach Gardner Wildside, he gets the victory. Oh man, playing upset. We have another competitor out here taking away the trophy. Let's catch up with them. Wildside.
Wow, Zach, absolutely an unbelievable battle out there. Answering back with a vengeance and not only taking the freestyle win, but picking up your second overall event championship of the weekend.
You know what? This feels absolutely amazing. I knew it was a tight race going there towards the end. I knew I had to come out here and lay down a good freestyle. But we came out here, we did it. Armando laid down a great run as well. Props to him, man. That was a great run. Came out here last, put on a show for you guys. But what'd you guys think, Colorado Springs?
Colorado Springs, we're going to be crowning a champion this weekend. So if you feel free to come back tomorrow, you want to see who our champion will be, it's going to be happening here tomorrow in Colorado Springs. Take a look at the point standings leaderboard. Armando Castro does lead the series with 12-12. Chris Anderson Gravedigger is 24 points behind, so she has 1188. Zach Gardner Wildside has 1063. He's currently in third. So make sure that you come on back. And I hear all these fans out here as well. You guys brought the energy today. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Congratulations to all our competitors, and thank you so much to you, the fans out there, for bringing that energy. We hope that it lives up to expectations tomorrow. Please be safe on your way home, and on your way out, stop by the merch stands. Pick up a Spin Master if you'd like, and we love to see you next time. For myself, I am Ray Villarreal. That was Kim Cantoni, and that was Monster Jam.